Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Got a new survey. They asked people to rank 15 different activities that they use to relieve the stress. And it goes from best to worst. Okay, here's the sad thing. We joked that the guy masturbating basically in the middle of his neighborhood, surrounded by porn magazines. Yes. We thought, well, you know what? I don't know if that's a stressor or not. And it turns out...
So public self-love is a stress reliever?
Public, not so much, but definitely sex. And it doesn't matter if you're doing it with yourself or with somebody else. That is the number one stress reliever for people. Here, look, here's the bottom line.
See, I already now feel like this list is legitimate because really, what is more stress relieving than stress?
Yeah. Now, I don't know. From what I'm told, scientifically, and you love when I get into science.
Here we go.
When women hug people, the same good-feeling chemicals get released as when a man finishes his workout. It's like, from what I understand, when a woman finishes her workout, it doesn't give her those chemical releases like we get when we finish the workout. They get it from, like, hugging and cuddling.
Man, I'm not obviously not a female.
What I heard, yeah.
Maybe Vicky can answer this. I won't bring your daughter in out of respect to you,
Thanks,
BJ.
buddy.
I can't imagine that a hug is on the same level as the ending of a workout for a dude.
Like if a workout is the same as a hug for us, are you talking about ending the workout for me?
That's what science.
Sorry,
that's what science says, that is a dopamine or some of the pleasure chemicals in your brain get released when women hug and cuddle. For us, they get released when we finish a workout. That's what science has said. I don't know.
I get both. I mean, if I like the person, they're hugging me long enough, yeah, that's nice. And when I finish the workout, it's also very nice.
Which is better? Maybe you're right.
Yeah, mostly because not everyone can help me finish the workout, if you know what I mean.
And if you're finishing the workout by yourself,
then
is it as good as getting a hug from somebody who you really care about? Oh,
sure.
Here we go.
I mean,
see, with us, there's no debate. There's no hug that would ever be better than a workout for me.
Complicated when women do the workout, if you will. Guys have one way to do it. I have two ways to do it. And usually it's like I'm going to watch a video and kind of get it done quickly. But if I take my time and put in the effort and do all the things I want to do when finishing the workout.
Light some candles.
Exactly. And,
No, I'm talking about when you finish, though. When you finish, don't you finish the same way? Or is there...
No, there's different levels.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's different... Like, you guys just have fireworks. And there's one where it's like, this is nice. This is, like, pleasurable. And then there's other times where we get fireworks. But sometimes it takes a little bit more effort and work to get to
so you guys don't always get fireworks?
We don't
Have you seen those videos? Those sound crazy.
Oh, you mean the Tommy Lee video? From the dirt.
Oh, yes.
Is that what you're talking about?
The opening scene of the dirt.
Yeah, exactly. The opening scene of the dirt. That's what you're talking about.
I'd imagine that is a firework.
That's not what I was referring to, but sure.
Okay.
It's like eating ice cream.
So I think I've answered my question. Yeah.
It depends on what kind of workout I have myself. Because they're not all the same.
Isn't that amazing?
It's weird.
Yeah, okay. So you can finish your workout, but it's not the same as other workouts you finished.
If I just pull up a video, I'm like, I just need, a quick one. Let's go for it. It's not as intense as if I were to take my time, use my imagination, bring other devices into it.
Damn.
Get comfortable.
That's not fair for you guys. Because for us, we're just quick and easy, and it also relieves stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone texted saying petting animals should be up there on the list.
Petting animals, number 8 on the list, ladies and gentlemen.
Just even videos of dogs or puppies playing, man, I'd put that at the top as well.
Yeah, see.
That'd be number 2.
God, that's... something happened to me when I was young. I know that I was traumatized by animals when I was young.
Well, we know you're traumatized by a snowman. And then also animals.
I was not a snowman. I fell on the ice. I didn't get traumatized by a snowman.
Snowman did bad things.
Frosty came and just invaded me with his carrot.
You have issues with snowmen.
I don't have issues with snowmen. I have issues with ice. And snow, because I fractured my collarbone at 7 years old on the ice. Why?
I'd say it's the snowman.
I do too.
Well, thank you for
snowman pushed him.
Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks for rewriting my history. It's so great to work with you guys.
It's more interesting this way.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah, I was accosted by a snowman. Yeah,
Thank you.
What it was. Yeah.
Inappropriately, he put his corncob pipe.
Yeah, and a button nose right where he shouldn't have.
Yes.
That's why Frosty and I will never get along.
That's how you broke your collarbone.
Yeah.
Watch out for those snowballs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, let me tell you, that's where I said, get those out of my face, Frosty.
You didn't get hit in the face with a snowball or something?
No, I told you, and I will tell you again. I fell on the ice and landed on my collarbone and fractured it, and then it was a whole traumatic experience going to the doctor and being in this massive cast for like almost all of third grade or second grade, whatever the hell grade.
That's quite a header, man, to be able to break that collarbone.
Dude, I flew up in the air. We were on the front lawn, and I hit a patch of ice. I was running. I thought we were running on snow, hit a patch of ice. Dude, I pulled, when Charlie Brown tries to kick the football?
That's what I'm picturing, actually.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm picturing as well.
Dude, it was a beating. And normally you get up as a kid. Like, I'm laughing, everybody's laughing, and I couldn't get up. I couldn't move. And I thought I paralyzed myself.
I thought you hated snowmen too, though. I thought there was another story.
Right. There's something that had to do with snowmen.
I have no idea.
We made fun of you this when it was snowing, and I built a snowman.
No, I don't remember I have no problems with snowmen. What do I don't remember saying I hated a snowman.
How did two of us have this?
Because you're both. A word that I can't say, but we said it a lot in Boston back then.
I can see what you were doing with your mouth, and that's very offensive.
You're kind of crazy, so it doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility that you would have an issue with a snowman.
Honest to God, the three of you can just S something.
Wow. Huh?
Snow something?
Yeah.
S something?
Yeah.
So something?
SMD. Check it out. Look it up.
Wow.
Yeah, seriously.
Well,
I don't know.
I'll pass on that.
Okay. No, well, how about a snowman? So you can go SM.
I swear, if something happened with you and a snowman.
Well, if somebody remembers, they can let me know. I mean, I am old. I do forget things, but I don't have.
You shared a story about something that gave you issues with snowmen.
Yeah.
I don't remember what you're talking about. And you guys don't either. Otherwise, you could tell me what it was. I don't know what it was.
It's your story. I just reacted to it.
I told you my ice story. I had the one traumatic story. I fell on the ice. What other story? There was no snowman near the scene of the crime. What would he do?
Fine.
Push me? I mean, what would he do?
Rev, do you remember the story?
I don't.
Oh, God.
I know. I'm trying to.
You guys are medicated. You guys are high.
So what, me, Vicky, and Danny all
Vicky's a
toked up?
contrarian, and I'd like to use a different word.
Oh, yeah?
She doesn't remember. She just figures it might have happened. Remember, she just said that. Well, you're stupid. It might have happened.
Well, I'm not a contrarian. I agree with Steve.
Boom, everybody. Hey, guess what? You know what? I want to go to bed right now because that's number 2 on this list of de-stressing, sleeping.
Sleeping, that's a good call.
A lot of people don't get sleep.
Yeah.
How about eating?
Eating. Oh, that's a de-stressor for me. Kathy would tell me that when she saw me eat sometimes, I would look like a drug addict, the way a drug is getting a fix. Eating was a de-stressor for me. But I'm looking at it on the list here. Hold on.
I don't see it.
It isn't on the list.
That was always.
How was eating not on the list?
I mean, that was a big part of why I gained a lot of weight. My stress was relieved by eating, but I was picking really unhealthy places to eat.
Well, that happens, man. When you get all those snowmen coming at you, Steve, you got to go find a restaurant.
Right?
You really do.
When you go to Dairy Queen, they just got snowmen throwing themselves at you.
Oh, they do, man. Blizzarding your ass off. Now, Steve, number 3, it's got to be you.
Okay.
It could be your number. Well, I guess for men, it's always sex number.
Playing the drums.
Well, close. Listening to music is number 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, too.
Sometimes even just I'll even just pull up like a concert on YouTube and just watch a band that I love. They're like a concert that they have somewhere, because it seems like YouTube is everything, things I didn't even know existed. And I'll just sit back, like the other day, just watched a Guns N' Roses concert, and it's just like put me in a nice mindset. Yeah,
and we talked about this before. Sad music actually makes people feel better when they're sad. Mm-hmm. Which I would never have thought. I always reach for a happy song, but actually they're saying reach for a sad song when you're sad. It actually would be more helpful.
Yeah, put that B-52's right, BJ.
I know.
Grab some Enya.
I can't love shack it. All right.
Enya.
Or Sarah McLachlan if you really want to put yourself in a bad.
No.
You got to get the
I
techno
hate her
remix.
for that song.
Yeah.
Sorry, I heard the techno remix yesterday. Anywho, they don't have food on the list, but do they have like a glass of wine or like a drink?
Good call. Let's see. I'm
Drugs.
looking.
Drugs.
They do have a drink. You're not going to like it.
Milk?
Dude, this is bizarre. I guess, there is relaxing. They say drink a cup of tea, and I suppose
Is there whiskey in that tea?
chamomile or something. Supposed to be relaxing teas out there. My wife always reaches for
lavender tea.
The whiskey tea is pretty awesome.
Whiskey tea, I think, is alcohol's on the list. It should be on the list, and I don't see alcohol. Wow.
Maybe because it's not a healthy way to help your stress, I guess.
Are these people lying in this survey? Of course you have a beverage to make you feel a little better. I'm not saying get trashed, but for me,
Take the edge off.
I take how is that on the list? That's ridiculous. See, I think people lie. When they do these surveys, they lie their asses off. Because smoking weed should be on here, too.
Yeah.
And it's not on here.
Depends on who they also... Yeah, you're right. It depends on who you surveyed also. But
you know how many people are smoking and they don't...
It's not legal in every state, though, so they don't want to admit to that.
That dumb. Yeah, you may be right. See, people lie. How about this? Taking a hot shower or bath?
Hell yeah.
Do you bath it up?
Yeah, Steve, are you a bath guy?
I don't bath it up.
I don't do it a lot, but I do maybe once a month. I jump in the tub.
Can you fit in the tub?
No. That sucks, dude. But I do love an Epsom salt bath. And sometimes I like going to the float tanks would be up there, but that's a pretty penny from time to time. So... But I do like what Epsom salt does to my body, and my body's always hurting from random stuff.
I've never taken
a hot shower.
Yeah, I've never taken an Epsom salt bath. I know they're really great, but it's just a pain in the ass to set the whole thing up.
And then I just kill all the hot water in the house, and then I want to take a shower after that, and the shower's cold. So then I'm all stressed out because now it's a cold shower.
Yeah, I got to get them tankless, dude. One of our buddies in radio got a tankless water heater. I saw it. I'm so jealous of it.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we're in the market for one.
Yeah.
They're a little bit more expensive, but they're pretty awesome according to HGTV.
And you always get hot water. You never have to worry about no hot water again with the tankless water thing. And also, you'll never have that moment where you come down to where the water heater is and something is flooded because it's old and broke. So I'm thinking of doing that myself.
This might be the closest to an old man conversation we've had this week.
What, tankless water heaters?
It's just a random thing to talk about.
How do you like those tankless water heaters?
Dude, I feel like anybody buying a house.
Fancy.
Wait. Who doesn't like hot water forever?
Me. I hate hot water forever, BJ.
Fine.
He likes the cold.
Number 5 is me. Okay, number 5, I live this life. I am the... Yes, that's me. Number 5 is me as the way to de-stress. Getting a massage. I've been doing it for... God, almost 30 years now.
Wow.
Getting massages. And of all people, when my old buddy Weeze in Rochester turned me on to getting a massage, I thought he was nuts because this was in the 80s. But man, it's a de-stressor. And I've been doing it.
He turned you on giving a massage.
Let me tell you, Weeze is an old hippie. I wouldn't put it past him.
How often do you get massages?
At least once a week.
Once a week? Okay.
I always love when we go anywhere for a show trip and we're at the airport at SeaTac and you're like, where's BJ? And it's like, oh yeah, he's over there getting a massage right before he gets on the plane.
Well, for me, Steve, and people don't know it, but because of the way my back is curved, I put massive stress on my muscles and I don't want to throw my back out. And so regular massage is important for that. So that's what, and sitting in an airplane seat is one of the worst things anybody can do for their back because they are so not ergonomically designed. Airplane seats suck.
They're the worst.
So I do the before and after just so that I make sure I don't mess myself up after, sitting in a seat for 5, 6, 8 hours on a plane. Meditating, I do it, but I hate it.
Yeah, I like to zone out, though. I mean, I'll do things that help me. Sometimes I find myself meditating when I'm playing hockey because I'm playing goalie. And it's just kind of alone in my own thoughts. Obviously, I have to focus on what's going on the ice, but I don't really have to worry about any other stimulation, any other conversations.
Is that getting into the zone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had people who are athletes talk about that, and it's hard for me to get into the zone the way they do. I am impressed with people who are athletes that do that, and then all of a sudden, they're just these machines that can do what they got to do.
It's just nothing better when you don't have to worry about anything else going on in your life. You have no cell phone in your hands. All you're worrying about is stopping a puck or attempting to stop a puck. You know what I mean? But there's something therapeutic about that.
Yeah. Well, we told you number 8 was playing with animals. Number 9 is stretching. So you see me do it. It doesn't do anything for me, stretching.
No?
I stretch every day, or just because I think I should, but I suck at it.
But I see you stretching and you're playing on your phone.
What?
I've seen you you're on your phone while you're stretching. You don't do that?
I don't think so, but
I see you sitting on the couch and you just kind of have your leg up. And
yeah. Well, that's not stretching. I'm just sort of relaxing.
Oh, okay.
But there are moments where I try to
stretching.
Yeah. I mean, I might be trying to stretch a little bit when I'm in that position, but really, it doesn't relax me.
You got to get in tune with your breathing, BJ.
Yeah, you're right. That's the meditation, man. Reading is number 10. The cup of tea is 11. Exercising?
Yes.
Yeah, it does work.
Yes.
That was part of what my doctor told me. He's like, hey, man, you know what? Chill out, exercise, and you'll find that'll manage your brain a lot better. And then yoga. Yeah, I hate yoga. It does nothing for me.
It goes right back to stretching. I mean, yoga is just like a form of stretching.
I hate it. I do it because I know I'm supposed to, but I get so irritated. It's like I never get the gym high. I never get the runners, the joggers high. I never get that. So it's just like misery, beginning, middle, and end of all of those physical activities.
See, I can't go to a yoga class because I'm just a chronic. When I start stretching, I fart.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to be at that class. See, I'd have fun.
I did it with a bunch of hockey dudes. They offered a yoga thing after we played hockey over at Snow King in Renton. And luckily it was just me and a bunch of hockey dudes.
Oh, damn.
But I just, all of a sudden they said, change this pose. And once I changed it, and everyone started laughing. And I did too.
Yeah.
Because I was like, at least I'm around the boys.
Yeah, but around women, that's hard.
Right. That's why my wife won't take me to yoga.
I don't blame her.
I don't either.
Because you'll destroy that place.
I'll embarrass her.
Yeah.
She'll probably leave with, she'll probably drive her own car.
Yeah, she would. She'd be like, I don't know who this guy is. This, I don't know who this savage is. Rounding out the top 15, lighting a candle. Okay. And journaling? For some people, that does work, I guess.
Is Danny a candle guy?
Not really. My girlfriend is. We have a lot of candles, but I don't really care that much.
I just lay it to control any odors that might be around. That's it.
Yeah, they're mine.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, it doesn't make me feel better.
They do have those sexy candles that when you melt the wax, they turn into hot oil and you just pour it on somebody and give them a massage.
Okay, Ricky Martin.
That's a thing?
Yeah, I usually did that in his videos.
I did not know that, Danny. You knew that?
I like how we're all like, clearly did it in Ricky Martin's video.
What's wrong with you? That. Is it a shock that Candle Boy over here also is familiar with Ricky Martin?
Did your girlfriend make you watch that video too?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Living La Vida Loca.
Can I ask you how he got the job, Steve? Again, I'm a little fuzzy on how this
cried, and the only way we could get him to stop crying is to give him the job.
Give him the job. That's it. Yeah. We got a guy that actually may lose his home. Why? All because of his overgrown grass. You're going to hear from this guy at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. This is an extreme house story. And I wish I could see a picture of this, man. There is a video, right? On the BJ Migs page, so I guess I can actually see the picture. I haven't seen it yet, but this dude, his house is so bad as far as the grass is going that he's let it grow so long that he got a bunch of fines. Now, because of all the fines he's got, they're like, you know what, dude, you might lose your house. He's been getting fined for overgrown grass for the last 57 days. These are $500 a day fines.
Sheesh.
Is this the HOA? Is this the government? I'm not sure who the hell's doing this. He said that, look, man, I've been away. I've been taking care of my mom's estate. And he said these limitless fines are unfair. So he's suing the city. Okay, this is a city thing. And here's the news report with the guy and his lawyer talking about this.
I think it's outrageous. I'm trying not to think about it, but I'll be booted out of this house. I'll have to find another place to live. It's outrageous for being fined this amount for being tardy cutting your grass.
And the grass did what grass does, and a code inspector saw that it was more than the 10 inches the city allowed, and Jim was officially on the hook.
We are arguing in our lawsuit that limitless fines are in fact unconstitutional.
In February, the U.S. Supreme Court unanimously ruled that the Eighth Amendment prohibits cities from imposing excessive fines.
Well, I'm looking at the picture of this, and yeah, sure, his grass is huge, but that's not $500 a day problem. That's a beating, dude.
That's ridiculous. But yeah, man, come on, guy, mow your damn lawn.
Yeah, I agree that he should mow his lawn, but you know what, dude? I got neighbors. It's the same deal. They let their grass grow about that long.
Somebody says the guy said he used to have a guy who would mow his yard, but he unexpectedly died, and the grass hasn't been cut since. It's like, find a new lawnmower person then.
Yeah, I don't, if he's taking care of his mom and dealing with all that.
Yeah, I understand that.
So I get it. Yeah, no doubt about it. Get your grass cut. But if this guy can't live in his house because he owes $30,000 and he loses the house.
That's crazy.
That's just insane.
Or do what you did and get yourself some fake lawn.
See, that is the best decision I ever made.
Which, we were walking Lulu the other day, and we're walking around our neighborhood, and all of a sudden we're like, everyone's lawn is pretty good for the most part in our development. But then all of a sudden there's this one house, I'm like, their lawn is impeccable. What an so my wife and I are just like talking, we're like staring at their lawn. I'm glad no one in their house was looking at us, because we're just standing in front of their home looking at their lawn. And then my wife's like, I think it's fake. Like, no, it can't be fake. Only BJ is the person I know that has a fake lawn.
That's right, brother.
So now we're down on practically on our hands and knees, pulling on their grass to see if the grass will pull out, and it didn't. So pulling on it, I'm like, this isn't real grass.
Oh, damn.
You can feel it. It feels different.
It does feel different. You're right.
But honestly, had I not known there was an actual market for fake grass at that time, I would have never guessed, because it looks great. It just looks really well done. I thought they just got brand new grass put in their home.
Yeah, and it'll look that way for the entire summer.
It's so crazy.
That's the beautiful thing about it. When our grass burns away, the natural grass, you know what? My lawn always looks amazing, and I never mowed the damn thing once, and You know, when the landscapers come and take care of all the bushes and everything, they just bring the leaf blower and blow those. You just have to blow the grass so that it stands back up again.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, and they put those little rubber pellets in there also to keep the blades so that they don't get crushed down.
Oh, like CenturyLink field.
Exactly.
So you could play football on your grass.
You could play football on my grass, yes.
Yeah, they have like on the main part, and then they have like that little landing strip, kind of like right by their garage, and they got that with the fake lawn too. But I was just like, this is impressive.
It is, man.
I mean, it stands out.
Once you go grass, you never go back, or go fake grass. Yeah, looks good.
Someone says I'm getting some fake grass so I could have some more family time. Where did BJ get his? From Red the Chicken Man.
Oh, yeah, Red. Oh, God. It's been a long time. I can't remember the name of the company. But if you just
Google it.
Google it. I'm sorry. I wish I could give the name of the company, but I can't remember it. It's been close to 10 years.
It still looks great.
Yeah. It might even be over 10 years old now because I got that done before I got my house remodeled.
And it's the same grass?
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, and I actually have extra grass in the tool shed that if I ever needed to replace anything, if something happened, I can put a new piece of carpet down.
Look at that. Cut it out and just put it in.
And they do it in such a way that you can hardly see a seam, and so I think I have to have the guys come back and give it a little redo.
Can you spray something to have that fresh lawn smell?
That I don't know if they do that. I don't, but who knows? I
bet they have.
You got Christmas tree smell, right? Why not have
those little sticks that you put in your fake Christmas tree to make it smell like a real tree?
Dude, I love it. I love when I go out on my deck and I look at all of that green matched with all of the great plant life we have around here. It's fantastic because my backyard was a mole hell. It was like moles were everywhere. I could never grow anything because it was a big shade area, so it would never get any sun. Now it's just like fantastic.
You should just go balls out on the fake stuff. Like get the fake lawn, to get like maybe some fake trees or fake plants.
Should I get some fake boobs?
You can do fake boobs. I mean, that seems a little excessive.
Okay. Wow. Well, I mean, you say go all out.
I was thinking like some fake animals. Yeah. So you have animals hanging out in the backyard.
I'd have to get the stuffed ones though, right?
Yeah.
All right.
They do like the concrete ones too.
Concrete animals?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
those. You should do that. And
those look fake.
If you guys want to buy it, I'm all up for it, right, guys?
Yeah, I didn't factor that part in. So maybe what you have is perfect, DJ.
Thanks, buddy.
You don't need anything else.
Yeah, there you go. You guys are
sorry.
Great. Yeah. All right, I'm definitely going to show my age. I might be the only guy that knows this guy. But there was a big death recently. Former Wild Kingdom. Does anybody know the show Wild Kingdom?
No idea.
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
I have no idea.
Marlon Perkins.
No.
That's amazing. This was a staple. This was a staple in my early days of watching television. Anyway, Marlon Perkins has long been gone, but Jim Fowler was his assistant. He's been alive this whole time. I have no idea. And he was 89 years old. Their first episode was in 1963, so that's why you guys don't know this.
This was the guy that would go on. I'm just looking. I had no idea, but I remember watching. I have a DVD of old Johnny Carson episodes. I think Johnny's truly one of the true late night geniuses. And I remember this guy from going on the Tonight Show. He would always bring the animals for Johnny to play with.
That's right, Jim Fowler. Yeah. And
bummer.
Yeah, and he was like the co-host guy with his Marlon Perkins. This Wild Kingdom show, dude, was the original Watch the Animals Just Do Crazy S show.
Okay.
Back in the day. He was also on the Merv Griffin show, the Mike Douglas show.
All the shows that none of us
nobody know what the hell you're talking about. Merv Griffin is the reason Ryan Seacrest is around. Can I just tell you that? Yeah. Ryan Seacrest will tell you. It's one of his mentors. And the Today Show, you guys know that.
Yep.
He also had a cameo in Seinfeld back in the day.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's the one where Kramer rebuilds the set of the Merv Griffin show. Hey. All right. 89.
Oh, he died.
He's dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an interesting guy.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, I got news for you. It's not going to be fun when you get to the age
I know
where you like stuff you remember nobody else does, and people are dying from it. It's like, wow.
We're seeing that with a lot of musical artists, and it's so weird when the people you grew up listening to, or like you said, television stars or whoever it may be, and they're all just starting to leave us. It definitely makes you feel older.
It surely does.
Yeah.
I was reading something, and there's a play being had, and it was like a feature based on this movie from Tony Curtis and Jerry Lewis, and I'm like, you know what? Does anybody even know?
I know the names.
Wow.
And I know Jerry Lewis had the telethon.
And Jerry Lewis was actually, before the telethon, the reason Jerry Lewis had the telethon was because Jerry Lewis was one of the biggest performers in movie history. Him and Dean Martin had the team, the buddy comedies. They were the biggest name. I mean, Dean Martin was the sexy crooner. Jerry Lewis was the great comedian. And he was the Eddie Murphy. Think of the best comic you can ever think of. That's who Jerry Lewis was in his time.
Jerry Lewis did the original Nutty Professor, right?
Yeah.
And Jerry Lewis is the guy that did that interview a few years back where he was just a complete and utter D to that reporter.
Yeah,
and it's one of the great. If you just YouTube it, you can probably find Jerry Lewis jerk to a reporter.
Yeah,
it's one of the greatest watches ever because it's just so uncomfortable.
Yeah, and the king of comedy, which, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, some people are saying the new Joker movie is very much paralleling the old King of Comedy movie, and I believe Jerry Lewis was in that. And Tony Curtis, guy was a big movie star.
Yeah.
And you guys know his daughter.
The name, but I don't know
his daughter, Jamie Lee.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and so, like, I know these guys. I mean, I was a little kid when they were stars, but my parents, everybody loved these guys, and now nobody even knows them. That's how old I am.
Somebody says I'm 42. I remember Wild Kingdom as a kid. Another person, I'm 32. I used to watch Wild Kingdom all the time. I absolutely loved it when I was a kid. Another person says Marlon Perkins was a jerk. He made Jim Fowler do all the dangerous crap with the animals, and he took all the credit.
That was the joke. That was I don't know, whatever parodies, might even been Saturday Night Live, but yeah, Marlon go, well, I'm here in the safety of the studio. Jim is about to go wrestle a tarantula, or something. Yeah, that was always the joke of that show. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
In the book and movie Cujo, what sort of dog was Cujo?
Maltese Bichon.
No.
St. Bernard.
Yes.
Oh, that would be great. That would be great if Triumph was in a horror movie. Yeah, that would be awesome. All right, you want a shot at beating Steve? All right, give this number a call. 206-421-ROCK. We're going to play Beat Miggs at 8:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's a question from a listener. My house is currently in foreclosure. I've stopped making payments. What can I do to save my house?
If you're already in foreclosure behind on your mortgage, you can stop the foreclosure by filing a bankruptcy. There's different types of bankruptcy. Chapter 13 can help you catch up on your house payments if you're behind. It would mean that you'd have to start making your house payments again and catch up on the amount that you're behind over 5 years. You could also take off or strip off your second mortgage, which would help you to reduce your housing payment every month, especially once you're done with the plan and done catching up on your first mortgage. We could also try to buy you some time by filing a Chapter 13 case. Filing a Chapter 13 would definitely stop your foreclosure.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.